Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Surprise, everybody. I'm Mark.
I'm Eric. How'd he do?
Oh, he's not Andrea.
Well, I
thought
could
we were
be.
going with Mark and Andrea, bro. They would have
could
never
be.
known.
Yeah, no. We could do that. What's up? What's up, Jonathan?
Oh, not too much, man. So just to give everybody a little heads up on what's going on, Mark and Andrea had a
Falling out and they got fired.
Yeah,
Oh.
we ran their butts off.
We're taking over. They know their reason, but we're taking over.
They had to go to Fort Snelling today for a last minute TV interview.
Big shots.
So
hopefully they get there.
This is the A team, and the B team will be back.
Yeah, the B team will be back later. Don't forget. Sunday nights, 6 Central. I think, is that what it is? I can't even start doing it now. I'm going to mess it all up.
Sunday nights at 6 Central.
Sunday
night. They will be back.
6 o'clock Central time.
Central. It's weird. And I never really thought about it until they pointed it out. But when you say 1800,
it's not 1800.
It's really only 1800 if you're in the Central time zone.
Yeah. Was it Arizona? Anyway, yeah, we can get all into that.
Jeremy Daniels, Miss Kimmer.
JD, what is up? Kimmer, I'm excited. Kimmer's going to be up on there.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
I definitely got to catch that interview, man.
Yeah.
You got a date? What's the date?
I do. It's the one after that one. It's after that one.
It's
deep. I think
got
we're
it.
Deep. Yeah, I think it's like February.
It's January, ain't it?
I don't even know.
We'll get to it. Right now, you're listening to the WeP3 Weekly Debrief with not Mark and not Andrea. I'm Jonathan, and Eric got a last minute phone call and said, "Hey, buddy.
Hi, everybody.
We're doing this solo. If you want to come on and give me a hand," and he jumped at the occasion, and here we are. Mark and Andrea are handling business, and now we're handling business.
Yeah, Kimmer's January 18th.
January 18th. I thought I remembered January.
Yeah.
So, Kimmer Gwinner, January 18th on the Contagion Effect show. Swing on over and catch that.
Get some of that there.
So, a little backstory about the debrief. It's here to let you know what we've been up to in these past weeks. And just like every week, we've been busy.
Yeah.
This week included a lot of time with family and friends, I hope, for everyone. It was quite awesome for me. Got to hang out with some family that I don't get to see all the time. Went to Mississippi. So
nice.
was a blast, man. Had a good Thanksgiving. What about you, Eric?
Well, it's funny how in the grocery business, it's that build up to it, right? So busy. The busy time is the week and a half before, and then you're striving for that. Hey, you've got to get done, and it literally just it's like, oh my gosh, we're so busy, and then all of a sudden we're here. It's that day. I got off work at probably like 9 a.m. Shonda had already had stuff going. We had prepped some the night before, and so it was smooth. It was so smooth. It was really smooth. I enjoy it because the kids are a little bit older, and it sucks because the kids are a little bit older. It's that double-edged sword, you know. But yeah, we had my mom come over. We had Shonda's parents come over. The kids came over, and their fiance and other boyfriend for a while. But yeah, it was cool. Family came by, and it was cool because Shonda's sister came over with her 3 kids, and yeah, and we had like 5 dogs. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. And there may be some residual still sitting over here in the shed. In the
some residual fun.
Yeah. The man room that has the pink door from the kids' room. But yeah, no, it's fun because we went on for about 40 minutes on the Contagion Effect show. Donald Dunn came over with Gun Room, 2 dudes in the gun room. He came over. We talked for a bit until we went off the topic of what our title was, and it was going to be holidays and traditions. Sorry, holiday traditions. We didn't even talk about holiday traditions. We had nothing. We talked about nothing. But no, it was fun. It's always fun to hang out with family. But I guess my point is, as I ramble, there's just it's the fast build up, and then it's like, oh, it's already over. So now we're building up to Christmas, and we have 3 weeks roughly till we get there, and it's going to be like, oh, it's going to be new Christmas Eve, and then boom, it's going to be over.
Yeah,
it just fast. Everything happens so fast now.
And the crazy part is you think about how much time. I know it happens fast, but how much time in the next few weeks you're going to spend preparing, especially if Christmas is at your place, right?
Absolutely.
Preparing for everything and putting it all together, and then boom, everybody's going to show up, and 6 hours later you're going to be by yourself with a mess.
Yeah, so it's like I get that everybody gets a little antsy when it's happening. Enjoy it, because man, it just sooner and later your child's going to have another partner, and then they're going to be going to that family if you guys don't intertwine. So I think that's what's going to happen this year. We're going to lose one for the day. But the thing about Christmas is we do Christmas Eve, so it's we get to spread it out a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
I know it. My kid's young; he's 10, but or about to be 10. Yeah, he's gonna be 10.
Joe Allen, what up?
What's happening, Joe? But yeah, he's I've seen it with my nieces and stuff like that, because I'm the youngest, so I have a lot of older brothers. So my nieces and all, we were all hung out a lot growing up and stuff. And now all my nieces, it's very rare that we all get together for anything anymore, because they got kids and they're moving on with their life, and they're going to this family and that family, and it's like, good night, man.
Yeah, it's that sad part where, like, when we grew up, or you were in that young relationship, and we always went over to Shonda's grandparents' house, and they lived down the street, and there'd be 40, 50 people there. And it was just great because even friends would stop by, and then it got even bigger. And then when people pass away, that fabric, right, that thread and needle that held the family together, just kind of goes away. And then there's a bunch of different people that talk about that, and that's the sad part. I mean, it's the reality, but that's the sad part. Shauna's cousin moved to Tennessee, and that was like 7, 8 people in that family, and they don't come around. So it's the travel, and it's the grown up part. Again, like I said, man, it's sad and it sucks. But it's sad because most of the time now it's going to be a funeral that people come to.
Yeah.
So anyways, but on a lighter note, what is WeP3 Pledge? What's that about, John?
Oh, so the WeP3 Pledge, man. I don't know. we say it's the pledge. It's really, if you ask my opinion, it's just us being grateful, right? We know why we get to do this.
Right.
Thank you to the service members and first responders that have committed their time, sweat, blood, limbs, family, and life to give us the freedoms that we have that allow us to do what we do on a daily basis. And that to me is that's gratitude. And I guess the pledge is that we're gonna do what we can to make sure that they're recognized and that we take care of them and that they're not forgotten.
Yeah, and that kind of goes with what like contagion effect is about. And you know, it's the stories that they tell, just like Scotty Hastings said in his song that's, you know, part of our intro. It's the stories. You know, we weren't in the military, but this is our platform that we give back. We got to keep the stories alive. We got to do it. You know, and if anyone knows World War II veterans or anybody from Korea, like we would love to talk to them. We're a little bit far out, you know, we're booking into February, which, you know, is kind of crazy. Yeah. It's a good thing, bad thing, but you know, it's one of those things where we love to have it, you know, and we love to have the stories.
Absolutely.
So I know you guys had a guest on last night.
Avi. Yes, we did. Avi, Mr. Avi Tannenbaum, he was actually in Israel last night during the podcast. Crazy. Yeah, and having been to combat on multiple occasions, I look back and I'm like, okay, I did what I had to do, came back home. It was 1 year, right? 1 year of my life. This is life for these people.
Yeah.
It's all of life. And to me, it's just the spirit that he had, the positive attitude through it all, the wanting to, while fighting for your own life, help others. It's crazy, man. Great, fantastic guy. Actually, I have this right here, which I'm going to throw up real quick. Copy. This is a link to his website that he has. Should be coming through in the comments, but he's got some the mental health side of things that he does. He's got a YouTube channel as well. That's in the top of that web page. You can grab the link to his YouTube channel. So he does mental health, but he's also on the front lines as a first responder and also as police training and other things as well. And one thing that he said, and there was a lot of conversation prior to the show starting last night, so I'm not sure exactly what part of the show that I took this from, but he did say at one point that whereas we have a dedicated, like our military is pretty large,
right?
Where a lot of their military and stuff like that are their reserves.
Oh, okay. But aren't they? Don't they have to serve? Every civilian has to serve a certain amount of years.
I don't know about there. I know in Korea that's the way it was.
Okay.
Every able-bodied male, I think, had to serve for 2 years at the age of 8.
Could you imagine the difference that this nation would be in if we had to do that?
I get it in both aspects. I think it would first of all, I think it would offer a lot of opportunity to young people.
Yeah.
You know, because you're basically handed your first career choice.
Yeah.
And if you're not handed your first career choice, you're handed the opportunity to go to college for your first career choice.
Yeah, right. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, 2 years. I mean, yeah, in youngins, timeline, it's, oh my gosh, 2 years. But really, in reality, 2 years, I mean, you can learn a lot about yourself in 2 years and who you want to be or who you don't want to be. And the life lessons of, oh my gosh, like knowing like, oh, I don't want to do that. I'm going to go to school and get a education,
Yeah.
or hey, like this is kind of cool because it's structured. That's kind of like why I got out of school, was it wasn't structured. I was used to wrestling practice and doing your cardio, and then get into technical, and then do some freestyle, and then go do some more cardio. In college, man, they didn't care if you did cardio. That was all on you. Like they went like straight from technical to freestyle to, all right, you're done. Go do your books and do cardio. And dude, I needed structure. So yeah.
I like the idea of structure, but I let's just say I like a loose based structure. I still want to do my own thing inside of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The freedom to grow inside the structure, and
maybe that's the civilian part of it.
Excel at what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not, oh, you can't. I've been in places where they're like, oh, you can't do this because that's just not how we do it.
It's not what we do.
But yeah, let people grow at the same time. I get that. Mark also has a compelling argument when confronted with this question, and I like both ideas actually. But the fact that the United States military currently is 100% voluntary means that you should be standing next to someone in the heat of combat that chose to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess that makes a difference. So, Avi Tannenbaum, fantastic guy. He stayed on with us for, I know the show went on for about an hour and a half, and he stayed on with us for a good hour or so after the show. So,
wow.
Yeah. And he was on an hour before the show. Yeah. I mean, fantastic guy, man. Check out his website. And I'm sorry, I forgot to show the there we go. Forgot to show the link to the website. Psychotraumaunit.com, and it's got links to his YouTube and all of that up there as well.
Psycho.
So our musical guest last night, we were having some trouble, and we made a phone call once again, sort of like we did to Eric Mello, and said, "Hey,
the backup, bruh.
Yeah, we got it." Well, it's not the backup; it's people you can count on, man. And he said, "Hey, bro, we got some issues, and if you're available, we'd love to have you on." And we had on Chris Turner last night, and he had
nice.
Some great music as usual.
The soothing sound.
Yeah, the soothing. Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, easy for you to say.
The soothing sound.
The soothing sound. Oh, we can't do that. That's weird. That's mean.
But through talking with Chris Turner last night, you can tell he has a love for freedom for sure, and friends and family, and his brothers and sisters in arms. And I don't care what Mark says. We heard the best version of a Waffle House song. He did say something about the Jonas Brothers. Take You Out by Chris Turner is better than all of those, I assure you. And then we had If You Drink, which is it's one of my personal favorites. We had a little Bourbon Battle Buddies podcast for a while, and that was my intro song to my podcast was Chris Turner's If You Drink. Great song, great story, great video, actually.
What happened to 3B? Can we take a break? Take a little break?
Yeah. It might have been the end of season 1. I don't know. I'm busy, man.
I'll get. Oh no. I know that. I know you busy, man.
It was a lot to keep up with doing this show, and I by the time I started B3, I was really I was kind of neck deep involved in this, and I like being here and being a part of this one. So I need to rearrange how smoothly everything goes so that I can transition from one to the other a little better, I think, maybe.
It's tough, I'll tell you. I know I know we it's tough. It's a tough gig.
Yeah. So I kind of spur of the moment go through and type all this stuff up. So right here, I'm looking at this, and it says Hey, so Chris Turner's singing If You Drink, and if you drink, I do too. So you should come down to Thibodaux in March of 2024. Thibodaux, Louisiana, Nicholls State University, and come drink one with us. I'll be there. Mark and Andrea will be there. Some other special celebrity guests will hopefully be there. And it'll be a good time, man. We'll have some good fellowship and good music there as well. Lastly, he sang All in the Same Boat, and we're pretty much all in the same boat.
Pretty much.
All around. We all got problems. They may not all be the same problems. We all got problems, and we just all trying to make it through to the next day. So
everyone's got an issue. You just don't know what someone's battling. That's the thing. That's the big deal. You don't know what that person's going through. Because again, not all wounds are outward. Can't see everyone's trauma, you know. I'm super excited about this reading through here, which I'll play the Andrea part. Coming up next week, next week's guest is George Ratana from Veterans in Action, a local hero that is a chaplain. He's actually episode 79 on the Contagion Effect show, and George is energy on energy. He has a great backstory growing up down yonder in the SoCal area. He's legit. Like I enjoy that guy. He was so much fun. And again, he was a local cat that jumped on. We had one of his best friends, and I can't think of it right now. I can't think of it right now. But so it was kind of cool because they both got in, and it was fun, dude. It was a good show. But George Ratana is, I mean, that cat's doing big things around here. Always in the volunteer serve. I mean, he is in volunteer mode 100% of the day, 24/7. On top of having a new family, on top of having an older daughter that's doing some good things, he's also going to UOP and starting a fellowship there at the university. The dude's just all over. I don't understand where he gets all of his energy, but yeah, make sure you guys are here Sunday night, 1800 Central Time on Facebook. And remember to go check it out on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share in all of your podcasts where you can see the People's Patriot Project. That's what you want to go do. But 100%. Get in there and be excited because George will bring some energy, man.
And there's the link to YouTube. In case you were wondering.
There's a link to YouTube. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's right there. You just gotta grab it and go.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a definite watcher because George is such a genuine dude, man. Just, you know, the chaplain. I got to watch him present or have he did the MC for the retirement of the flags at Veterans First here in Riverbank. In the Central Valley. He's a California dude, but don't hold that to him because he's a worker. You know, we had Brian Roof and Jen Roof come up from SoCal. They got to hang out with the weekend with me, and it was fun to have that California connection. You know, they drove 6 hours up to see us, and it was fun. It was good fellowship, you know, and I just love this family. You know, I just love this family that we have created. And supporting everyone is what the key is for us.
Absolutely.
So make sure that you guys are here 1800 Central Time. Join early because the seats will go fast. Good evening, Facebook user, whose name I can't remember. That is,
you know the Facebook user.
I'm going to find the Facebook user right now. I have 2 comments. We're going to find out who it is.
Okay. Because I was going to throw the link in there.
Might be on your side.
Yeah, it looks like it's on my side.
Yeah.
This Facebook user, thank you. I'm not sure who you are.
Thank you, Facebook user, for joining us.
But, here's a StreamYard link. If you click on that StreamYard link, it will give Facebook access to your not really access. It'll give StreamYard access to your to know who you are on Facebook, so your name will pop up when you
It
comment.
won't post anything. It's not going to take any of your information. It just allows them to cross threads so they know they don't have to vet you because you're already vetted through Facebook. It just allows them to use your name. It's like giving them permission to say, hey, Facebook user
is no longer a Facebook user.
No longer.
What if they created a Facebook page and called themselves Facebook user?
Oh, maybe they said, wonder what these fellas are doing.
Just so we could have the conversation week after week.
Yeah.
So I think that, dang, dude, that went fast.
Listen, when you're not sitting around BSing all the time, when you got guys that come in and get stuff done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got people that know what they're doing, not playing the 17 different TVs.
I'm taking notes and I'm sending them to.
Well, I'm sure since they have a little bit of a drive, they're going to rewatch this.
Yeah. So I'm looking for it right now, but I'm sure we got something in here about Rees Across America.
Oh, yeah. Well,
that's where Mark and Andrea are right now.
I hope that they listen. Rees Across America is a great foundation. I'm actually going to be. We talked about it quite often. Look at that.
Boom.
That is dope. That is dope.
Is December 16th, 2023. Andrea and Mark are spearheading the Rees Across America event at Fort Snelling. They will be roughly a 30-minute, maybe a little shorter, maybe a little longer, roughly a 30-minute ceremony leading into the event. And then they will be wreaths being placed on graves at the cemetery. And
a little jealous.
If you would like to donate a wreath, I believe they're $17. At the bottom of this little graphic here, it has a code. If you use that code, then I believe that some of the proceeds of that donation for the wreath also may come back, or
kickback.
Yeah, there's a little kickback for the People's Patriot Project in there as well. If you would like to register as a volunteer, if you're in the Minnesota area or close to Fort Snelling, or have the ability to be at Fort Snelling on December 16th of 2023, there is a link here that I can barely read, but we will attempt to get that to you at a later time. But for sure, there's opportunity everywhere. And this is going to be, I kind of wish I was in Minnesota, to be honest with you. I'm like you, Eric. I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, I got a little FOMO. If I could add just a little bit to it, Moral Worcester. He's actually the founder of Rees Across America, and I apologize for butchering that. Moral Worcester. He was the owner of Worcester Wreath Company of Harrington, Maine. He was a 12-year-old boy when he won a trip to Washington, D.C. He's an older gentleman now. His wife, Karen, is the executive director of Rees Across America. And he went and he was just obliterated by the tombstones when he went. And not knowing what he could do, he got together with a couple great organizations, the Civil Air Patrol, POW, MIA Foundation. And in 2006, they organized wreath-laying ceremonies at over 150 locations around the country.
Wow.
And yeah, so it is just go and check out the About Us page at reefsacrossAmerica.org/about/our mission. Read that because I just paraphrased everything I said from that. And then you can call me out, but go check it out because it is a great foundation. Now, unfortunately, there's not a lot that comes out west. They have a truck and trailer. They have a a wall, a memorial wall that they travel up and down the East Coast there. And I think it is great. I think it's awesome. I would love to be able to be part of that one day, because I think Wreaths Across America is a great organization, and I was super excited to be part of it. It's something that, out here in my neck of the woods, Santa Nella, which I believe they call it the San Joaquin National Cemetery, it's less than 23% funded, right? There's only 23% of veterans out there that have headstones that are going to get wreaths. I believe there's 7,700, and it's either 21 or 61 off the top of my head. I'm blanking. I know it's over 7,700 tombstones out there. Mike and I and the Roofs from Every Day's a Saturday podcast, we went out there this weekend and paid tribute to our dads and our uncles and aunts and buddies. I have a couple buddies that are out there, and so it's just so soothing and almost spiritual to go out there and listen, and just there's no noise, but yet it's right by I-5. It's the most remarkable thing. I hate going out there, but I love going out there. Again, the oxymoron, right?
Yeah.
But no, the East Coast definitely has that on lockdown, because it is cool that they do so much out there. And now with Mark and Andrea and the People's Patriot Project getting in contact with Wreaths Across America, that is awesome. That is definitely very cool.
Well, from what I understand, that relationship, that introduction was made by somebody kind of close to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might have been you.
Again, I can't. I'm just a facilitator, right? I just let you all know, hey, this thing that's going to go on in Ashland, Nebraska is kind of cool. We're going to go out there. That was a year in the making, and that was epic and awesome and growing, and hopefully this grows. Hopefully this takes off, and, it shouldn't be hey, we're 30 days from 60 days out. We're 90 days out. It should be as soon as that last wreath is laid, like, let's start fundraising for the next year. So every single tombstone out there gets one.
Yeah.
Because you walk around there and you see, Master Sergeant, you see colonels, you see privates, you see E3s and E6s and E1s. And like, I hope I got that right. Like, don't hold that against me if I'm wrong. I think some of that is a pay grade, but I don't know. It's remarkable to go out there and check it out. Yeah, the 5. The 5. The 5.
I hope one day that I will get out there and be able to check that out. That is definitely something I would love to be a part of.
Yeah, I want to go to Arlington. That's on my bucket list.
I do and I don't. I think that would be a bittersweet, kind of like you were talking about earlier, Yeah. But I think it's something that I should probably do once in life,
Yeah.
That about covers everything for tonight. Make sure and check us out on the We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime podcast. That's brought to you every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Central Time on Facebook and YouTube. After we record, we put the show out on all major podcast sources. You can find us pretty much anywhere where you can find a podcast, and also on Rumble, which I actually have the link for. Boom, there we go.
Look at that.
I messed around and did all right.
Man, you did good. Wonderful. Right. The only thing that I would say is I don't know if Mark will call you out, is the Pledge of Allegiance.
That's a Patriot Playtime Sunday at 6 for that.
Okay, perfect. This is just the debrief. Okay, copy that.
Yeah.
I knew, like JD said, I knew there's a standard operating procedure somewhere, and I didn't want to, as long as it was hit, I didn't want to be. I want to be asked back someday. So asked. They've
been asking me back for a year. You find it hard. You find yourself hard put to screw up worse than I have, man.
Ask back.
So yeah, I think we did good, man.
I like it. Bud. I appreciate the text, man, because I always like to put the headset on, man. I always like to put the headset on and come on and jibber jabber. So
awesome.
Yeah, bud.
Awesome. We will let everybody get back to enjoying their
regular scheduled program.
Yeah, regular scheduled programming. I like that.
You can take it.
I
won't even charge you.
It's stolen. Yeah. I'm doing it.
Yeah,
so make sure and check us out Sunday.
Yeah.
We got George Rotana.
Georgie. Oh, he's so cool. So cool.
I can't wait, man. You built that up nicely. I'm kind of excited.
He's the energy, man. He's definitely energy. Yeah.
Fantastic. Eric.
Thanks, brother.
You much appreciated, bud.
Yes, sir.
Y'all have a great night. We'll see y'all Sunday at 6.